This is our 2023 Honda Odyssey Sport. After more than 70,000 miles and almost 3 years of ownership, it's time to share our experiences, the highs, the lows, and everything in between. We'll also talk about whether it truly lives up to its reputation as the ultimate family hauler, and the bumps we hit along the way during purchase. If you're considering an Odyssey, or just curious how one holds up in real life, stick around. You're in the right place. Our decision process was pretty typical for an Odyssey buyer. When our family grew in 2022 and my wife's new job meant lots of commuting, we needed a vehicle that could comfortably carry more people and more stuff, especially for those long road trips. I already had my Passport, check out my full review on that, but we needed another vehicle built for family life. The 2023 Odyssey Sport immediately caught our attention. Honda had just introduced the new Sport package, and the radiant red metallic was already a favorite. But the black rims, darkened front chrome, and the potential for blacked out badges and roof rails gave the van a deeper, more charismatic look. We went all in. Black Honda logo, black rear badges, fender emblems, roof rails. Basically, if it could be blacked out, it was. What do you think? Did we go too far, or just far enough? Comment below. We knew we wanted leather, memory seats, memory side mirrors, and a power tailgate, perfect for a family of different heights. The Sport trim offered all of that standard, while the Touring trim's upgrades, built-in navigation, parking sensors, and the rear entertainment system were nice, but not deal breakers for us. My wife, ever the practical one, suggested a simple solution: iPads for the kids instead of paying extra for a rear entertainment system. Our boys rarely watch the same thing anyway, and the built-in navigation became almost irrelevant once she got used to Apple CarPlay. The parking sensors are definitely a nice feature to have, but for us, they just aren't worth spending thousands of extra dollars. We also loved the black interior with red stitching and red ambient lighting. It brought just the right sporty vibe without sacrificing utility. Features like remote engine start, 3-zone climate control, blind spot monitoring, memory seats, tailgate height memory, heated front seats, and a powered front passenger seat added real value for daily life. One of the Odyssey's standout features is the second row. The sliding and removable seats are incredibly practical, though they do mean there's always something to vacuum underneath. Crumbs, shoes, little toys, you name it. But sliding them forward or removing them entirely makes handling family chaos so much easier. The removable center seat is a real lifesaver for trips with our dogs, giving them space and making it simple to load and unload without a circus act of maneuvering. Another big win for us was the Odyssey's cargo space. 32.8 cubic feet behind the third row, up to 91.0 behind the second, and a massive 144.9 cubic feet when everything is folded flat or removed. It's the kind of space that swallows anything life throws at you. Finally, for safety reasons, I wanted us, the parents, to be in full control of the doors when they open and when they close. When my younger brother was about 6, a strong gust of wind slammed a car door shut on his tiny hand, breaking a few fingers. That's something I never want to risk happening with my own kids. Thankfully, with the Odyssey sliding doors, it simply can't. I also appreciate how Honda thought through real-life situations. For example, the very first time I stopped for gas, my son decided he wanted a snack and pulled the inside handle to open the left sliding door. But the Odyssey had already locked that door automatically since the fuel door was open. Another time, my son stuck his hand out the rear window just as the sliding door began to open. I panicked and yelled for him to pull his hand back, worried it might get jammed against the frame. But once again, Honda had it covered. The sliding door stopped automatically. While we love almost everything about the Odyssey, there are definitely areas where Honda could have pushed a little further to make family life easier and safer. First up, the interior layout. The open cockpit design feels spacious, but some controls are less intuitive than they could be. For example, the climate control buttons are practical, but adjusting the rear temperature forces you to rely on the touchscreen. Unlike the Pilot, you can't just feel your way around knobs, meaning you sometimes have to take your eyes off the road, which is less than ideal when driving with kids. Second, the second row seat handles. There are 2 handles that are easy to mix up. One slides the seat, the other folds it. I can't tell you how many times I accidentally dropped the seat when I meant to slide it forward. It's heavy and it could really hurt someone's head if they're not paying attention. Third, adjusting the second row from the third row isn't as straightforward as it should be. Right now, sliding the seat forward takes a bit of guesswork and a shove. A clearly marked button, like the one in the Pilot, that automatically moves the seat would make things much simpler and save passengers from wrestling with latches. The screen size is another point. The 8-inch display was adequate for its day, but it often felt cramped, especially when trying to manage Apple CarPlay, navigation, or climate control simultaneously. Honda wisely increased this in later models, but it would have been nice to see back then. Some of the safety systems, while generally excellent, could also be more refined. For example, the lane keeping assist is very good, but the lane departure warning can be overly sensitive at times, nudging you when the lines are just slightly faded. Not a deal breaker, but it can feel like the van is a little overzealous in trying to correct your driving. Finally, the Odyssey could benefit from more premium or tech-focused upgrades, even on the sport trim. A panoramic sunroof, upgraded audio system, 360-degree camera, or even a hybrid all-wheel drive option would have made the van feel more complete and modern, especially given its price point compared to competitors. These aren't deal breakers, but they would have taken the Odyssey from fantastic family van to truly exceptional family van. The Odyssey's interior is built for families. Cup holders? 14 or 15, I think. Trays, bins, pockets, massive center console storage. Everything has a place. Backpacks, grocery bags, hiking gear, sandy shoes, wet swimsuits, handled with ease. The rear cargo space deserves a shout out too. With the third row up, you get a surprisingly deep well for groceries or gear, but fold those seats flat into the floor, super quick and easy, and the space completely transforms. On long trips, we found out that there's plenty of room to stretch out, and yes, even catch some sleep in the back comfortably. One little detail that deserves its own mention: the armrests. All rows have them, and even after years of use, the leather on ours has held up really well. My wife and I lean on the front ones constantly, and they've kept their shape with zero complaints on comfort or quality. And considering all the chaos, 2 energetic kids, 8 and 12, and a pair of dogs jumping in and out, the leather and overall interior have held up far better than we expected. That said, we still decided to throw some simple covers on the second row seats. They're nothing fancy, about $30, but they've been easy to install, easy to wash, and they save us from stressing over spills and paw prints. A little flimsier than ideal, sure, but for the price, they do the job. I'll drop a link in the description in case you want to check them out. Now let's talk floors. The factory mats we bought from Honda were fine at first, but they didn't cover everything. The section under the pedals in particular is a dirt magnet, and crumbs seem to find their way into every corner. We eventually swapped them out for a full Adro set, not sponsored, just our experience. For around $130, we got complete floor coverage plus a cargo tray. After nearly a year of muddy soccer cleats, beach trips, and everything in between, they've been easy to clean and still look new. Honestly, one of the best small investments we've made. Links below if you're curious. The V6 engine is smooth and strong, paired with a 10-speed automatic transmission. Surely it's not a sports car, but it never feels underpowered, even with a full family and luggage. Long trips from Virginia to Disney World in Florida, Appalachian mountain drives, snowy roads and snowshoe, soccer trips to both Carolinas and New Jersey, and all the day-to-day errands prove the Odyssey is capable, confident, and comfortable in almost any scenario. Fuel economy pleasantly surprised me too. I've seen over 32 miles per gallon on the highway using Econ mode with typical averages around 23.5, better than Honda's official 21 miles per gallon rating. Add in low maintenance costs, oil changes, filters, a new set of tires, minor fluid flushes, and a single recall, and the Odyssey proves to be surprisingly economical over time. The Odyssey isn't about flash or excitement behind the wheel. It's about being a dependable, family-focused machine that checks all the boxes. There are more luxurious, more tech-forward, and sportier options out there, but few that balance comfort, practicality, and peace of mind the way this van does. Day in and day out, it delivers exactly what a family needs, without drama or extra cost. After almost 3 years, I can confidently say we made the right choice. This van met our family's needs, exceeded expectations in many areas, and has earned our trust. When the time comes to replace it, the next Odyssey is a no-brainer. For families weighing the Odyssey against other options, I hope this gives you a real, honest look at what life is like with one. It's not just a minivan, it's part of the family. And for us, it's been nothing short of a trusted companion on countless adventures. If you'd like to learn more tips and tricks for the Odyssey, check out this episode. It's packed with useful info for both new and current owners.